What up, Blockchain Nation? What up, YouTube? Thank you so much for taking time to watch the video. And if you haven't subscribed, please hit the subscribe button below. And for those who watch consistently, I want to say a big thank you, thank you, thank you. You are indeed far too kind. Sorry, before we begin, let me just have some coffee because I need coffee. It's really early in the morning. Anyway, so FAANG is going Bitcoin, or FAANG is going blockchain. Well, FAANG is going blockchain, I think makes more sense. So what I just want to highlight in this video is the fact that people often ask the question, and they heard people say stuff like, hey, if only I could go back 5 years, 6 years, 10 years, 15 years, I would have joined Amazon in the very beginning when nobody knew what the company was about. I would have joined Facebook. I would have joined, one of these big companies today, because obviously now they are such popular companies, and they're doing so well that people argue and say that, hey, if I knew this 10 years ago, if I could reverse or go back in time, I would have joined these companies early, because they are setting the wave, or they are doing great things now. But so I think that these companies are very successful for a reason. They were able to identify trends, identify successful concepts before everybody else could. So I don't believe in reinventing the wheel. I like to look at what these companies do. And in my opinion, if most of these companies are looking at cryptocurrency and blockchain technology, that is also indicative that this might be an industry that we should all take a closer look at. So in one way or the other, it seems like FAANG companies are leaning into blockchain technology. And if that's the case, that means that that's something that we should also lean into and look at as well, because these guys didn't become successful just by playing around, because they became successul by having some very smart people who could kind of see the future. So I want to start by talking about how is Facebook getting involved in blockchain technology. Well, as we know, sometime last year, Facebook released an application or a company called Calibra, because they had this wonderful product called Libra. Well, as of this recording, they have changed. They are no longer called Calibra. They're now called Novi. Who knows why? Maybe it has to do with all these issues that he had with Congress when they tried to go live. Anyways, well, this is cool. I'm going to put a link below on what I talked about Libra, and I explained basically what the concept is about. But here's how Facebook is getting involved in blockchain technology with Libra. Libra is an application or a company. It has the same name, but let's just call it Novi. I keep on calling it Libra, but I'm used to calling it Libra, where you can send money anywhere to anyone, anywhere around the world. Right now it's not live, but they're trying to get approval from Congress. What will just mean is that if you live, or if you have WhatsApp installed on your phone or Facebook Messenger, you can send the currency Libra to anyone, anywhere around the world, which is so great. So Libra is the name of the currency. Novi is the name of the company. So this is how Facebook is going into blockchain in this way. And the underlying concept behind this is supposed to be blockchain based, but as many people argue, a true blockchain or distributed system is borderless, permissionless, immutable, and censorship resistant, and you might argue that Facebook is not. But anyway, this is how Facebook is getting involved. So Facebook is getting involved full-time, or in a big way, in the blockchain concept by coming up with their own cryptocurrency, arguably called Libra. So that's how Facebook is getting involved. Now let's look at how Amazon is getting involved. Now, as you know, Amazon is a cloud provider, and they have so many tools, applications, you can call them, that sit on AWS. I'll just log into my AWS account. And AWS has so many features, tools that you can use to do so many things. But one thing that you should look at is the fact that Amazon has its own managed blockchain. So Amazon is getting involved in its own way by allowing you to be able to create your own blockchain network. So while here on your AWS platform, you can either create a HyperLedger Fabric node, and also coming soon, the Ethereum node. So there are also rumors that Amazon is also going to build support for R3 and for some other Corda and for some other blockchain platforms. So this is cool. This is showing you how Amazon is getting involved. Amazon too is saying, hey, I think this concept is going to be probably going to have mass adoption in the future. So let's get ahead of the game now. And they're allowing you to create your own blockchain frameworks while on AWS. So as you can see, Facebook is getting involved in terms of creating their own cryptocurrency. Amazon is getting involved by allowing you to create a blockchain node on your AWS platform. I did a video on how to set up a Bitcoin node, and it's kind of really tricky. I did it on a Windows machine, which was kind of tough, but you can also do the same thing on AWS, creating your own EC2 instance and doing that. Maybe I'll do a video on that. But also, you can also have your own HyperLedger Fabric and Ethereum node on AWS, which is pretty exciting. So I've shown you how Facebook is getting involved, showing you how Amazon is getting involved. Now let's look at Apple. Well, Apple so far hasn't really mentioned anything about blockchain, but look at this article from Coin that says Apple hints at behind-the-scenes blockchain work in new SEC filing. I think Apple is trying to figure out how do we get involved. Are we going to go ahead and create a cryptocurrency like Facebook? Facebook had a lot of pushback from that. Or are we going to go cloud-based like Amazon? But Apple doesn't have its own cloud platform, so they do cell phones and stuff. So that's not a way for them to get involved. But you should read this article. It says Apple has submitted what might look like an arcane filing with its SEC, but the document contains tantalizing details about the computing giant's interest in blockchain technology. So you should read this article. Apple hasn't come out with their approach or how they're getting involved in blockchain, but this is, I guess they are flirting with the idea to see how it goes. Also, you can read this as well. Apple's iPhone is taking the first step into Bitcoin and crypto. I'm not sure about this one, but I'll put a link below and I'll let you decide for yourself. So we have Facebook, Apple, Amazon, Netflix. Now Netflix, well, they do. I don't see how Netflix will get involved in blockchain technology. Netflix just makes documentaries. But if you're interested in watching a very informative documentary on Bitcoin, do watch Banking on Bitcoin on Netflix. This is a good one. I've actually watched it myself. So I don't see how Netflix will get involved in blockchain concepts, but this is definitely a good documentary to watch. And also Google. Now Google Cloud, I was thinking that Google actually provide a cloud service that is blockchain specific, like how Amazon is, but they're taking a different approach, and the approach is just really nothing really. So I'm guessing they are also trying to see how they're going to get involved, but nevertheless, they are a leading blockchain, which is a leading cryptocurrency software company, achieving 7% by replacing its database layer with Google Cloud Spanner. So this just means the company blockchain is hosting some of its services on Google Cloud. It doesn't really mean that Google is getting involved in blockchain technology, but it'll be interesting to see exactly how they get involved, but I'm sure they will. And lastly, I saw something on Microsoft. Microsoft, NASDAQ, and others to set global tokenization standards. You might know this, but Microsoft is a huge sponsor behind HyperLedger Fabric and also the Ethereum Foundation. I'm sure they're just watching to see how they're going to get involved as well. I'm sure they have some kind of cloud service. I should have researched that before doing this video, but Microsoft too is keeping a good eye on this. So the point of all this is, I think that blockchain technology changed the world. I don't think that every single solution requires a blockchain solution. I'm not in that school of thought. I don't think that blockchain technology is going to solve all of the world's problems. However, I do think that the internet is going to change considerably, and the way we do things on the internet, and the underlying platform behind that change will be a decentralized network, and will be a distributed ledger that will be based on some kind of blockchain related platform, or basically a distributed ledger that hosts these web-based applications. So I really believe that this industry is going to change the world. And if FAANG, Facebook, Amazon, and the rest are involved, or others are considering getting involved, then I think you definitely should take a closer look at blockchain technology. So yeah, that's all I have. So till next time, and my wish for you is that you learn how to code. I haven't said this in such a long time, I can't remember how it is. My wish for you is that you learn how to code, because coding is changing and will change the world, especially this blockchain, distributed ledger technology space. And it is my personal opinion that those who get involved early will greatly impact the future. And if that's you, then let's go change the world.